told your friend you're not okay? And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Today we're out back in the Ribble Estuary after a few trips out of the boat club, and today the target is going to be bass. Now we've come out at high tide and we've already seen some exciting stuff. We've seen a tope feeding frenzy on flounder, believe it or not, which I wouldn't have believed myself, but I managed to get some footage, so I popped that in here. Incredible to watch. We saw the birds working, came in, and yeah, we could just actually see the flounder jumping out the water trying to get away, and you could actually see the tope hitting him, so that was cool. We're trying to feather up some live bait now for the mackerel. So far we've got 3 weeverfish and a gurnard, none of which I'm going to use as live bait, so that's not worked yet, but we'll persevere. Get ourselves down to the end of the training wall and see if we can catch some bass.
I didn't really manage a piece of camera explaining this, but the way I fished for bass this session was to drift over the top of the training wall with float fish live bait or mackerel strips on one rod and then cast lures with another rod, like this sidewinder sand eel you can see here, which I thought would work well in the low light conditions.
Well, we've been fishing for a bass for a while now, over the walls. We've had one missed run on a float, which is frustrating, and I've had nothing on the lures. So, like most bass videos that I've tried to make, I think we might take a move out and do a bit of tope fishing over the wall, not over the wall, out of Gut Boy. So, in a minute we might not up anchor because we're drifting, but we might head out there, see if we can feather up some of them big mackerel, and see if we can get a tope or two. I might come back in and fish the walls at low tide and see if that's any more productive, because I really would like to get to grips with one of these bass, but so far I'm struggling. On float fish mackerel I've just caught a weeverfish. Not quite what I was after, that. Picked up a mackerel.
On mackerel?
On squid, it was. Float. Oh yeah, no. Belly stripper mackerel has picked up a mackerel on the float. I really thought I'd had a bass then. But I suppose I should be happy to catch something. Right, well we're out here at anchor now. We've even got a bit of sun. And we're going to try for a tope. And Dad's just got the mackerel line down, and it's took all of about 5 seconds to catch some bait. Oh, we've got real issues. You getting anywhere? There we go. Any old mackerel, bits of fish you've gutted, any chum you can get, all makes good chum for your next session. That should make a nice slick, should bring in the mackerel and stuff, and hopefully the tope will come in following them. Well guys, we've had an anchor for about an hour or so and no tope have been forthcoming. We've had loads of mackerel, so we're well stocked up on bait now. I didn't film a lot of it, but we had some good hits on the feathers, but now we've heard on the radio that no one else is catching tope either. No one's had a touch or anything, so we're going to head back in and try for the bass again. So it's not going very well so far today, but we'll persevere. The day's getting better and better conditions wise. It's beautiful out here now. So we'll head back into the river, see if we can pick up any bass.
This goes without saying, but if you're navigating and fishing around the training walls, please use caution, as there's a fast tide running over those rocks and it can easily drift you onto the wall if you're not careful.
Well, we've hooked a tope I was going from the other line. On the bass rod.
The footage cut out there, but we lost that tope unfortunately. It looked a fish of around £30, and realistically I would have been very lucky to get it in on the bass tackle I was using, and so inevitably the leader rubbed through, either on the tope's teeth or its skin. So I tackled back up and carried on fishing to try and find a bass on the end of the ebb. In addition to the float bait, I fished a bottom rod baited with lugworm and continued to cast a sidewinder sand eel around in the tide.
Well, we've got a little baby tope now. It's nothing like the one we lost. We'll get this one straight back. With using the big tope hooks, these little ones do take a bit of a, if you hook them, they do get a bit of a hole in them, so they've got a bit of a bleed on, so let's get this one straight back. See you, mate. Another little tope pup going back in the estuary. It just looks so bassy. It's gone glass calm, stormy over there. The wall over there is just starting to come out. But I cannot catch a bass. I'm lure fishing. I've got the float out there, which has had a couple of hits on it. But I've not landed anything yet. Those big tope that were bothering us before vanished as soon as I put a proper tope trace on and tried to catch one. I reckon the one I lost was probably around the £30 mark. But anyway, we'll persevere and see if we can turn this day around.
In the end, that storm caught up with me and I had to run in for home without a bass, but I'm not giving up and I will keep fishing for them until I've got one on video. I didn't dare get the camera out, but I did sneak some phone footage of the conditions which I'll put in here.